Hello everyone, how we doing? This is your girl, Jannette, your storyteller. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, you can see my neck. Yeah, so I'm still in the healing process. Thank you guys for coming on the journey with me. Just remove my thyroid here. So this is my 2 weeks. 2 weeks after surgery. Anyways, let's get in and get some business going, eh? All right, so first, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, and let us go have some fun. Pull up a chair, pull out your socks, and let's go have let's go have some joke. I have 2 short stories, and I'm just gonna give it to you in this one video. How about that? All right. First thing first, press the notification bell, and if there's a line in it, it means that whenever I have new videos out, you won't get it. You will get it, but it won't notify you. So make sure when you subscribe, you press the notification bell, and it will have a line in the bell across. So if you notice that your notification bell on your channel have a line, it means that whenever I have anything new, it will hit your stream, but it won't make any sound. It's on silence. All right, so make sure you want to do that, and then thumbs up, everybody, thumbs up. All right, and let's get cracking. The first one I want to talk about is give thanks for small mercies. So give thanks for small mercies. There was this king, and he have his manservant, and everywhere he goes, this man goes with him, because you know, when you have the king, you have, let's say you have the president, and you know, you have all these men that go around with him, his bodyguard. So the king have his men servant that walk around with him, but he had this special one, because there's always this one special one assigned to him, and he was known as thank God man, the thank God man. So we're thanking God for small mercies, right? So make sure when you get up in the morning, you thank God. You go outside, it's raining, thank God. You in the kitchen and you burn your finger, thank God. So Mr. Thank God, the man, the king male servant, was out one day with him, and they were going through some part of the desert, but the male servant, he tripped and he fall, and when he fall, he got up and he brushed himself off, and he said thank God. And the king, the king gave him a side look, thank God. So he was out one day again, and something had happened to him, and he got up again. And sometimes they you have people who are like, let me see if I do this to you, if he's gonna say thank God. So anyways, one of the other servant trip him again, and he get up and he brush himself off, and he said thank God. So is one of the guy that would be in the place where everything, no matter what it is, he always said thank God. So one day the king decided that he wants to learn to shoot a gun, but he doesn't know how to do it. And then when the male servant tried to help him, he like, no, I gotta do this. I have to do this on my own. This is all me. So the guy was like, okay. So after he walked away from the king put the thing in, and back in the days it was gunpowder. It wasn't like a bullet, so he wasn't holding the gun and everything properly. So when he fired, it blew off his thumb. And the servant run up to him, grab his hand, and like wrap it up and say, thank God, thank God, thank God. So the king now was so upset because no matter what he did for this man, he only thanked God. And he can remember the day when he bought him like a nice, suit, and when he give it to him. He just thank God, thank God. And the king is getting more upset. And like, what is wrong with this idiot? Why he only thank God? And he wants all the praise, because you have some people, they want to be seen. They want everything. They want the gratification, the instant gratification. So he does everything. But that day was more than he could handle. That day he decided, this is an idiot. And he was so mad that he locked him into the dungeon. All right. So he's in the dungeon and he's just thanking God. And I said this to say that sometimes we're going through some stuff, and all we need to do is thank God. Thank God, because you never know when you're going through the fire, when you're going through stuff, when people do things to you, say something that will tell a lie and use you and mistreat you and tell a lie, and you still have to go down on your knees and you thank God for your enemies, and you thank God for your neighbors, a neighbor who every time you look around is stealing from you, but you're thanking God for those people, because what we're giving thanks for small mercies. The king was furious. What else can he do with this idiot but put him into the dungeon? So he put him into the dungeon. Now, he doesn't have him everywhere going with him. So he's hopping about and doing his own little thing, and he doesn't have that male servant with him anymore. And everybody's laughing at the one in the dungeon. Oh, he's God, and his God put him in the dungeon. Guys, sometimes when you're going through a rough times, like I am going through a rough time right now with my eyes, honestly. And I still have to thank God, because I can look, I can still drive, I can still read. I just have to thank God. And so he's in the dungeon and he's praying and he's singing and he's thanking God. And the king heard about how he's in the dungeon just praising and thanking God. And so he's mad, and he went out walking by himself one day. And he walked, and when he walked, and he got to this place where he wasn't supposed to cross a certain border. So, like if he was there, he would say, Master, no, we can't go across that threshold. We can't pass that. That is like that is state line, that we cannot go over into that city. But because his servant wasn't with him, and he was mad of hearing every day how he's in there praising and thanking God. So he was really mad. He was really upset about everything. And he's walking, and he's not really pay attention to where he was going. And so he walked too far into another neighborhood city that he would have not normally gone, because there's certain people don't go across that area, right? So he got captured, and he got captured by some cannibals. And now he's like, oh God, what he's gonna do. And then he realized that they were gonna eat him. He was for dinner that day. And they line him up, tie him up, getting ready to roast him. He's like, like when you're doing a pork roast, like that big line and a stick, and you roll over this thing like that. That's how they set him up. And so he was there. And so before they could kill him, there is this king of that nation, that cannibal nation, who has to inspect every part of him before they can kill him, because they're going to devour him. They're going to eat him. So while he was checking, and when he checked his hands, he realized that he was missing a thumb. And so they decided that he's not a whole person, so he's no good. You know, for them to eat a person, the person have to have all members of their body. As my funny boy would say. And my funny boy would come up and say, Jannette, they wouldn't want you because you're not a thyroid. Jannette, they wouldn't want you because you don't have a thyroid. So me and that, when I fall into the same category, right? So anyways, they let him go. And he was just baffled and just walking back thinking to himself, the reason they didn't eat him is because he loses his thumb. Yeah. Guys, sometimes the reason why the devil can kill you is because God did not give them the authority. The devil can't take you out. Your enemies cannot take you out because God did not give you authority. Remember, God has the power for everything. Come back to my story. When he got home, he told them what happened and sent for his manservant in the dungeon, because he remembered when his thumb blown off, the man was like, thank God, thank God. And he sent for him and he told him what had happened, and he dropped to his knees again and he said, thank God, thank God. And the king is looking at him like, what? And he said, Master, thank God. Because if you didn't lose your finger, he said, because you lose your finger, they couldn't hit you because you weren't a whole person. But if I was with you on that day, they would have hated me. Yes, they would have hated me. So he was thanking God that he wasn't there with the king. He's thanking God that they didn't hear the king, and he's thanking God that because he wasn't there, is alive. So both of them life was spared. One was unwhole, was not good for anything, not even to eat. The second, he was in a dungeon, and that's the reason why his life was saved. I'm going somewhere with this. Sometimes when things is happening in our lives and we are getting upset and we are asking God, why? And you just have to say, why not? Why not me? Because oftentimes I used to ask God, why me? Why me? Why me? There's so many things that happen where I ask God, why me? Let us stop doing that. God knows why he does certain things. He knows what he is doing. God never made a mistake ever. He knows why we're here. He knows everything that we need to do. He knows our purpose in life. He just has to just wake up and find our purpose in life. Why am I here after overdosed? You know how many people that were overdosed in a surgery that never wake up? I said I could feel the thing going through my body, and my entire body was feeling like it was on fire. And I remember saying, hey, what are you guys doing? And one of the other things that I didn't remember to say, the nurse held my hand. She said, this is what happens. This is how it works with certain people. Just go to your happy place. What happy place was he sending me? How many people hands has she held and send them to their happy place that never wake up after an overdose? You know that I have a cousin that was overdosed and was in coma for 6 weeks because of overdosing of medicine. So you see, when I said I was afraid to go through the surgery, I was really afraid. But then I have to remember that I always thank God for small mercies. Thank God for small mercies. Yes. All right. So I told you that I had two stories, right? I had thank God for small mercies, and another one that this song keep going through my head, because if you know me long enough and if you watch my stuff long enough, you know that I love to sing, even if I can't carry a tune. That's just me, right? I just sing the chorus for this song, and this song for the baby bloomers, the millenniums, and what you calling one of people again? We have the baby bloomers, we have the millennium, and we have the Generation Z or the Generation X, one of us. But all of us, this song is a song that we all know, whether we were born in the early maybe 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. It is a song that never really get hold, right? Just the chorus of the song I'm gonna sing, because I don't think I remember all the parts of the song, but the chorus is what stood out to me, and I said, you know what? I need to talk about this song because it can be swayed one or the other. It can be swayed two ways. It depends on how you look at it. It can be swayed, right? So I talk about give thanks for small mercies, and this song is about grooming, whether you wanna groom the right way, the wrong way, but it's still, the song can really groom you to the left or the right. Can groom you. This song can cause mistrust. This song can cause you to trust people, to loosen up, and to let somebody hold your hands. Or it can remind you of someone who holds your tiny hands, and now you're not the same and will never be the same ever. This song, it says, I can be your father figure, put your tiny hand in mine. I can be your preacher, teacher, anything you have in mind. I can be your father figure, I have had enough crime. I can be the one to love you till the end of time. Sometimes promises are broken. Promises was made and broken. And that song is telling you that you can either trust somebody or don't trust them. And how many of us had someone who promised to be there and purposely not be there? How many of you that someone had promised you to be there, but because of one broken promise, you cannot let go, so you cannot get the healing and the help that you need? And yes, you have people out there that promise to be there for you, but turn around and stab you in the back. And because of that one person, you can't go forward and you can't go backward. You're just stagnant. And remember, I did a story about stuck. You remember that one? Fear, crippled by fear, stuck or positioned, right? This one thing can happen to you where you're not able to trust anyone, or you're not able to let go of something that you need to let go of just because of one person or one family or one friend or just the doggone enemy who have you crippled with fear from the one person who promised to be a father figure. I can't say I have anybody promise me to be a father figure. They said they want to be a father figure. And they turn, and then I'm one of those people that watch you. I give you a rope, a long rope to hang yourself. I'm one of those people. I'll sit there and I will watch you and I will listen and I will ask you questions and listen for the answer I'm getting. Because a liar cannot remember what they told you. They cannot keep track of what they said. So, if you are smart enough to wait and to listen keenly, they said you have one mouth, two hair. And with that, you listen, not to reply, but to gain knowledge and understand who you are. And when you understand who you are, they can't break you. You may be cracked or have a fault line in your star. I'm going somewhere. I can tell you, my eyes never used to look like this. Nope. I used to have two pretty eyes. Yep. And then something started happening. And if I'm not strong enough, it feels like it wanna break you. And it wanna put something in your head like, girl, something's wrong with you, but nothing is wrong with me. The devil is a liar. I have had a pastor that calls me daughter that lied to me more than once. And at one point, a matter of fact, I confront him twice. And about something that I've asked him, and he lied to me. And then when everything plays out, and what he said to me was shocking. Pastor, call me daughter, lied to me. And I honestly can't blame him, because you know how red flags were always there, but you choose to listen to what somebody has said instead of listen to self, because self knows before anybody else. And thank God, again, as Mr. Thank God, I was able to talk to him about both times. So when I see on the internet the news and what bishop and what pastors and what evangelists and what deacons, I'm not coming for them. I am only speaking from my experiences. So I can be a father figure. Words, they said, cut crossway. Talk anything my grandmother would say. But she said other things. I want to put it real nice. Put it like this. Word quote your mouth is cut crossway. It can say anything, but constipation to the behind is very harsh. Let let put it that way. So some of us will sway to people who are talking about I can be your father figure, and leave scars in our lives. And some of us, because of that scar, we cannot pull ourselves out of that cocoon that we put ourselves in for protection. And we stay there mentally, diminishing mentally because of one person that hurt us. It could be a husband, it could be a wife, it could be a daughter, it could be a friend, it could be a sister, it could be a mother, it could be somebody very, very close to you that you think was supposed to be something like a father figure. You were putting your tiny hand in theirs, your tiny heart in theirs. A preacher, teacher. It could be a teacher. We all have that one person that hurt us, that lied to us, and we need to get over it. Because as I said, if there is a prayer to pray, there is a God to answer. And so when I see people saying, God tell them this, and God tell them that, and God tell them this, we need to start listening for ourselves. We need to start reading our own Bible for ourselves. And we need to start listening. Because the same way him tell them, he tell you too. But you're just not listening. You're too busy. And some of us just pray, but they never stop to listen to hear what God is saying. When he's actually, if him talk to somebody, if him talk to Mary, he might go talk to Jane. He might talk to you too. Because he gave us all a portions of faith. He gave us a portions of faith. Faith is the substance of things not seen, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And because you can't see it with your natural eyes, you're saying, I prayed, but he didn't answer. And that one person who failed you, you want to take it out on everybody else, because everybody says it's not the same. Everybody else have gotten their own measure of faith. Everybody have gotten their own measure of faith. So you put your faith in the one called Jesus Christ and you'll be okay. And stop letting people tell you that they can be your preacher, teacher, anything you have in mind. Anything you have in mind. Because if I remember, the song even said, all you want is to see is naked beside lying there, naked body lying beside you. So sometimes people whisper sweet nothing, and you're like, okay. I'm not saying the song is bad or anything. I'm just saying people use it to drag people in and then turn around and hurt them. People use that one song and listen to it and won't even let anybody help them. This world is twisted. So guess what? You have to have faith in yourself and know that when you ask God for anything, he is going to listen. If there's a prayer to pray, there is a God to answer. So my friend, Thank you for coming back to my channel. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening to the Highland Girl Stories. Thank you for being there with me, knowing that I am here, coming back to you with more stories, or even a conversation piece. This can be a conversation piece. So put your like, share, and subscribe, and spend your 2 cents in the comment section. Come on, let's talk now. Pull up your chair and grab a suck and get to commenting and say everything and anything that you choose to say. Guess what? The comment section is open. Just be respectful to it. I am here. I am not bitter about anything. I'm just saying sometimes people sway you the wrong way or rub you the wrong way, and then the right people who would come into your lives, it's a block. It's like they need a block and tackle to get through to you. All right, thanks for watching. Come back. What good, you here?